recording it to. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Gulrez. I will be the chair for YPC this year. I plan to build on what Siddiq Bhai did for the last 2 years and improve it and try to make it better. Our plan is not to reinvent the wheel, but improve and oil the wheels really well so that we can continue to serve you guys. So we'll start off our first session of the year with an amazing panelists and Monas leading it. Um, I will be passing on it to Monas. Monas will carry on the session and go from there. Monas, can you also add his Muhammad Shakir is actually Usman Bhai.
Yes.
All right, Monas, over to you.
Thank you, Gulrez. Yes, Usman. Thank you, Gulrez. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I am Monis Raza. Basically, I'm one of the co-chairs with Gulrez. So definitely, inshallah, we will try to continue what Siddiq Bhai has done tremendous in the last 2 years. So just a brief introduction about me. So I did 8 years of J1. So I did like 3 years of internal medicine residency, and then I did like 5 years of fellowship on J1. So I got the 8th year of extension. So now I'm in the third year of my waiver job. So I will just start with this, like that getting a waiver job is not that hard. Definitely less options as compared to H1, but definitely job opportunities are always there. And the waiver is not that hard to get a waiver. And I'm almost like in the completion of my waiver right now. So now I will pass on to to Noman Shafiq, who will start with our presentation.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, everyone. My name is Noman. I'm one of the PGY2 residents who is in internal medicine. I graduated from Nishtar and then I worked for 1.5 years at University of Louisville as a clinical researcher, and then I applied in the match. So this webinar is about the rank order list. I know that the rank order list is an integral part of the match. It's almost the end of the match when we are trying to approach the end. And I think that in the whole process of match, the rank order list is the part where the ball is in your court. It's when you are going through the match, you are trying to approach your contacts, you're trying to send programs, letter of interest and everything, trying to get interviews, and then you are giving interviews, trying to make your mark and make a space for yourself. But the rank order list is the only thing in this whole scenario where you have a chance to put out your feelings, put out your priorities first. So that is this whole webinar is about and the guidance is about. So I think I cannot control the slides.
Numan, you can just tell me and I can do that for you.
Ashlami, if you can put the next slide. So first of all, an introduction to the rank order list. It is the whole match process. When you submit the application, it is through IRAS. The match is through NRMP. The first thing, please register if you have not done so, because the deadline is to register is 30th January. You can register after that, but there will be a $50 additional fee. We have spent so much money on the match. I'm sure you would want to save those $50. So please go and register. Key dates to remember: the rank order list opens on 2nd of February, and the rank order list certification deadline, it keeps changing every year. So please remember, this year it is on 4th of March. And as I'm sure that all of you must know, that the first results of match day, when anyone finds out whether they matched or not, is 16th of March, and that's when SOAP begins. And March 20th is the day you find out where you have matched. I've also put this a link. If you can copy paste, or you can just search it on Google. These are the resources on how to officially by NRMP, how to certify the rank order list and how the algorithm works. It basically explains. Key advice what I would like to give here: do not wait for the last day. just work on a preliminary rank order list, by in the first week, and just submit it. You can always edit it. You can go back and edit it to the last day, but just keep it saved. I have had so many friends, myself as well, who, they wait for the last minute, and then some glitch happens, and then, you don't want to be in that position. You have worked so hard. Can we go to the next slide, Aslan, please? So the first thing, as I said, in this whole process of rank order list, the thing is that it is in your court. So rank the programs in the order where you want to train. Do not be biased that if I have higher chances in this program just because my interview went great, or just because, I have a vibe that they will prefer me, so I'll just put them higher. No, don't do that. These are all myths. Ranked order list is not based on competitiveness. It's based on your preferences. It's not based on if any program has promised you, if any program director has replied to your letter of interest that, hey, we will rank you high, or if any resident in that program has told you. No, it has nothing to do with that. The algorithm favors you. The program that you will put on top will be your first choice. If the other program, the program that you have put on top, has also ranked you high, you will get matched there. If they have not, the algorithm will go to the next program on the list. I've tried to simplify it how the match system work. It tries to put you to your first choice, and if it's unavailable, it goes to your next choice. And so if you are targeting a big program, even if you know that, I have less chances in this program, let's say, for example, if it's like, I would say, even if it is Harvard, okay, I mean, they take super great candidates and I have less chances, I would still put that program as first on my rank order list. There is no harm in putting a program first, and nobody's going to find out. Next. Common myths about the match process is that, again, safe programs hire programs that, like, for example, if someone has low scores, a longer YOG, they are targeting community programs, so I should put community programs higher. No, you should not. Programs will find out what my rank order list is. Nobody will find out. It's very, very confidential. Whatever you put first, no, or second or third, the programs, even if you have emailed them that, I'm going to top rank you, and you rank them in the middle, they will never find out. Signals, a letter of interest and post interview emails guarantee a match. In terms of rank order list, it does not. From if a program is saying to you that, we will rank you high, you still, you can trust them. If that's up to you or not, they might be ranking you high, but it does not matter whether you rank them high or not on the rank order list, and they will never find out. And always, and there was data as well, I should have included in the slides, the length of the rank order list and the chances of the match. The longer the length of the rank order list, I think if it is more than 10, the chances of getting matched are above 90%. So rank all programs. Don't think that even if there is a program that you don't want to go, I mean, you should rank them on the last, number. If you think that, you would prefer going unmatched rather than going to the program, then that's a separate thing. And again, do not rank based on the fact that the programs will rank you high. So if you have longer rank list, you have higher probability of getting matched. And even if low rank programs can help you, and rank as many as possible. So the longer the list of the rank order list, the higher chances you have overall in getting matched. Unless, again, as I said before, if you have a priority that even if I go unmatched, that's fine, I just don't want to go there. Next slide, please. So what are the factors that you should think when you're trying to rank a program? The first and foremost thing, where you want to train. What are your aspirations? How is the program's reputation and merit? You can talk to other people who have graduated from that program, and your alumni or people who are already residents there. Also, I think one of the key things that is very important these days for IMGs, and I think a lot of our people who are hearing this webinar or applicants from Pakistan are IMGs. So also look for the visa type. These days, there are some difficulties as well in getting a visa and everything. So you can ask the residents and other people, how does the program respond to that situation? Like if someone's visa gets delayed, do they wait, or do they tell you, bye-bye, we are looking for another candidate? I know a lot of programs who wait. I know a lot of programs who don't wait. So this is the thing out in the market. So you can always think about it if you are a visa requiring candidate. Also, clinical exposure and diversity of pathology. I mean, it's up to you. If you have a very long rank order list, if you have like 14, 13, 15 interviews, then you can think about it. If you have 3, 4 interviews, then I mean, this thing will go down like on your list. But definitely think about it. And what are your career options? What do you want to do in future? Do you want to pursue a fellowship? Do you want to be a hospitalist? Do you want to be a PCP? Then you can look within that program. Are there any in-house fellowships within the program? Like, for example, if you are targeting hematology and oncology, does the program have in-house fellowship? Because uh, uh, in all amongst like all the programs, they prefer in-house candidates. You have more chances within the program of getting matched. If you perform well clinically, you can directly work with the faculty and everything. And if you're looking for a hospitalist job, within that city, are there good hospitalist jobs? Are there good PCP jobs? I know a lot of healthcare systems, the big healthcare systems, they usually hire their own residents. So, if you are moving to a city or if you are moving to a state, long-term chances, if you want to stay there, so that can also be a factor. Then another thing is culture and resident happiness and wellness. We do not emphasize so much on it overall because we think we are IMGs, wherever we will get in, it's fine. I think if you have the leverage, if you have a long rank order list, even if you have 4 or 5 interviews, this factor should be very important because you're going to spend 3 years with that program. And it's not easy, guys. You have long calls, you have to work with the same people, you have to work with the faculty, you have to work with everyone. They will evaluate you. So look at the program culture, how they are with their residents, how are the resident are they happy or not? Does the program do any wellness activities? ACGME has put out a whole criteria about the wellness activities. There should be wellness days. I think every block you should have half like one day should be a wellness day. So look at all those things, and we often downplay it, but it matters a lot. I think one of the most important things after where you want to train and visa and fellowship, the fourth important thing I would put it would be the location and support. Do you have family there? Like if you have a sibling living in the same state, in the same city, if you have friends there. Also about the geography, like personally for me, geography mattered a lot. I do not like the cold weather. I do not like snow. So that's why I'm in Florida. So, but it's up to you. If you like mountains, if you like beaches, again, if you have 2, 3 interviews, it doesn't matter. But if you have more, it matters. If you have friends there, you will likely be living there. We are a small, closely knitted community, Pakistanis. So we would be happy if we have more Pakistani in the community, to hang out. And residency is challenging. You need some social support. Work-life balance, calls, course, electives. You can look at those factors. Again, it's not very important, but it could be it could be given some weightage. What is their call schedule like? How many electives does the program offer? If you are looking for a fellowship, you would want more electives in the second year because you'll be applying at the end of the second year for a fellowship. If you are looking for other, like if I'm looking to be a hospitalist, I would want to do an elective in radiology and some other things so that I can have some experience in when I go out there in the market. So you can just look at how many electives there are. If their schedule is full with all cores, if a program has 8, usually it doesn't happen, but for some program it might be. If they have a lot of core electives, that's going to burn you out. And again, academic versus community fit, it depends on your long-term goals. If you are into academics, if you are into research, if all those things, and you want to go into a university program, sure. And prestige is very subjective. It does play a role, but it is very subjective. I would say prestige is based on community versus academic, university versus a community program, and it's all up to you. Next slide, please. And when you are ranking the programs and if they feel close, like if you are at a point where you feel these top 3 programs, I don't know how to shuffle them. The things to think about would be, what is your gut feeling? Now, I cannot tell you what is your gut feeling. Your mentor can definitely help you in it. But most of the times it is you who is going to know your gut feeling based on your interactions with the faculty, with the residents on the interview day or on the social event that you had, based on your interactions which you had with the residents. If you have residents in the program, you can talk to them off record in a casual conversation. How supported did you feel during the interview, and how transparent is the leadership? And just the same thing that I said, the only question you have to ask yourself is, can I survive 3+ years here? You can do your residency and then leave that area, that state, that program. Most of the people do, but you have to be there for 3 years, and 3 years is a long time. I would say just some red flags, that can be a factor in which you decide, because as you decide what programs am I going to rank in my top three, it's also important to recognize which programs I'm going to rank in my last. Most of the times you get matched at seventh, eighth, or middle of your rank order list most of the time. So it's very important. So if residents are discouraging you off record, but make sure that the opinion is consistent. Sometimes somebody's just giving false information. You want to make sure that everyone feels this way, that all the residents, or at least majority of the residents, feel that way. There are some programs which are toxic and stuff. So also, if there is again high attrition or unexplained turnover, if there is too much work, there is too much call schedule, and if there is no clear clarity about what is the schedule like, and you have plenty of opportunities to find that out in the interview, in the social event. And again, heavy rotations and just doing floors and no electives. Next slide. I think we are at the end. Yeah. So last thing is the match is, it's the only thing in the rank order list. I believe is the only thing where you have the leverage. कि अब मैं decide, I will decide it. मेरी बारी है. ठीक है. So use it well. Thank you.
Thank you, Noman. I just want to add that Florida also have alligators as well. Just an FYI to everyone. So I think that's true. So it's a once in a lifetime chance that you choose the program very wisely. That it's and that program names all carries with you throughout your life in US. So I would go ahead and will ask Arslan to give some of our perspective, and also about there's a question that what if we is it okay to send an email stating that you're my number one program?
Well, thank you so much, Manish bhai. Everyone, first of all, thank you so much for coming on this session today on a Sunday. Naman, excellent presentation. I think you have covered majority or almost all of the things there. And I think from my side, I think I just reiterate what Noman said. Uh, One thing is always important, that when you are going through the residency interviews, you always have this feeling okay, wherever I'm gonna get match, whichever place I get it, I'm gonna get match. But the moment you're gonna start writing down your rank order list, you will become choosy and you will start thinking about, oh, is this, should I go up, this should go down. And I think everyone goes through this, that there are some program that they always struggle between one and two and two and three. So again, as Noman mentioned, that always go by wherever you want to go. Does not matter however that other program makes you feel, however the program director makes you feel, how many post-match communications have you done, if the program directors have even sent you an email and said, hey, I ranked you high, please rank. It doesn't matter at all. All what does matter is that wherever you put your rank order list and wherever you want to go. And I can actually quote my one example as well. I had the worst interview at one of the place, and I said I do not have any chance in that program. And actually, that program around the rank order list tell me that they kind of give me a little bit of signal that they're ranking me high, and if you want to, you can do that too as well, which is kind of something not very often happen. But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter however your interviews go. So wherever you want to go, just rank that program. I'll go with the first question. Says, thank you for organizing this session. My question is it advised that we send LOIs to our top three programs saying you're my number one? Is getting matched at our first priority is not always the case. Well, I think you should not lie to any of the program. And if you are saying number one, then say that to the program which is number one. That's my opinion, basically. Maybe other differ with this, but I always say that if you are saying to a program that's your number one, that is your number one. You can simply mention them, maybe using a little word jargon, but they also understand it. But if you say, I am ranking you at the top of my list, or top three of my list, or top two of my list, or something like that. But there's a sound coming out. Someone's unmute.
We can hear you, Aslan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for my side is always that rank the program where you want to go, and if you want to mention them number one, just send them to the program that you're ranking number one. I would go for other people if they have more opinion on that
Sure.
one.
Yeah. Thank you, Arslan bhai. I think now I will go to Ahmad Rihan Khan. So for his insights about the rank order list.
Thanks, Munir. Right. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. I see we have almost 120 participants. That's a huge thing. So, again, first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you who have participated in the match. You are very close to final creating and then finalizing your rank order list. A very good presentation, Naman. So, there are a few things as Naman mentioned. So, uh, 2 days ago, and a mentee of mine reached out to me, and she had the same question. Please keep that in mind. NRMP and a lot of us have cleared this myth so many times. Match works in your favor. It does not matter where you rank the program. If you rank a program which you really like, it doesn't matter if they rank you high enough or not. So please go according to your preference. And don't think if you interview at a program, you feel they really like you and you don't like the program. You ranking your low choice program just because you think they will rank you high does not make any difference. So, as someone said, yes, if you interview at Harvard, irrespective of the fact if you have chances of getting matched there or not, rank it number one if you like it. It always works in your favor. Please don't listen. And I, I know there are people who have been part of this process who have may not have that kind of understanding. They also spread that narrative. But NRMP in their NRMP rank order list video has clarified it that there is no truth to that. The other thing I would quickly reiterate some of the points made that I think location is a very important factor. Some people would also keep in mind close access to international airport because of course in US there is concept of direct flights and indirect flights. So you have to be mindful if you like to travel a lot. Bigger cities have direct flights within US, and then of course if you live in Pakistan, uh, a relatively direct flight from that. So that plays a role. Weather plays a role. Proximity to your friends, relatives play a role, and of course, it used to be a huge factor was H1B versus J1. I'm sure this time no one will be sponsoring H1B, so it's just J1. So that's no issue once you are in the system. In the system, one thing I would also say lately we have been hearing stories about people who have been getting fired from residency, not only Pakistani, people from all over the world. So be mindful if you can get some inside information. Sometimes the program atmosphere leadership can be very strict. So try to get some subtle idea if you can about those things. And if you find some things, then try to avoid ranking that program higher. But eventually, your professionalism and your hard work and your performance would be important once you start residency. So yeah, these are some of the factors. One thing I would all they were asking about the letter of LOI. I would tell you one thing, and it has happened to a lot of us who have been vouching for different mentees. Please don't lie. If you can tell a program that you are actually ranking number one, that you are ranking them number one, that's okay. But please don't lie. Don't lie to the people who are vouching for you. Don't lie to the program. And the reason I'm telling you is I'm not sure if all of you know that once you interview at a program, that program director, after the match result, will get a list and he will find out that you matched. So be mindful. It's a small community. Don't lie. It has happened to a lot of us where we would vouch for that applicant. Applicant would tell us we are ranking that number one, and our program would rank them number one. But then it turns out they never did rank us number one. So that leaves a bad taste in the mouth for someone who is vouching for you. So please be. One of the words which a lot of people use is if you don't want to tell them you are ranking them number one, two, you can just tell them I really like it and I will be ranking you highly, like some vague words, but you can definitely tell the program you are ranking number one, but please don't tell that to all the programs. That's all from me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ahmed Khan. Yeah, so I think just a quick point. So when even program is saying that we are ranking you high, that doesn't mean that they are going to rank you in top 10. Let's say if they're going to rank like 60 people and then they have 10 seats, and then last year the rank order list went up to 30, and if they are ranking 30 up to 30, they will say, oh, we are ranking you high. but that doesn't guarantee that this year the list will also go to 30. It might reach up to only 15, or it might go to 45. So it's always like you never know. So I think now I will invite Usman Bhai, if he can give us some insights.
Yes, Assalamualaikum everyone. First of all, great presentation, Numan. You covered almost everything, and congratulations to all the people who are going for the match. Alhamdulillah, you guys have made it that far. Everyone can hear me, okay? So you
Yes.
guys have made it to the very end point, inshallah. Keep praying to Allah. Duas jo hain, they make a big difference in all this process. From my personal experience, seeing other people and myself. So, Baki, as long as the rank order list is always in your favor. A lot of points I agree with the same thing on the same line. Just prioritize what you want. If you guys have a leverage of, if you have like several interviews, then Alhamdulillah, you have the leverage of choosing where to go, what to do. If you don't have the leverage, uh, still keep praying, and inshallah things will work out for you. As far as telling somebody, whether you are ranking them high or not, most of the program directors, I mean, they are busy, they are clinicians, they have other things to do, take care. So even if they look at it, it's not going to be something that's going to stand out or stick to their mind all the time. You can just show your interest. It is always a good thing to keep following up and showing your interest. Reminder is always in your favor. uh, if somebody sends you back or a program reaches out to you that you are among, their top list, all that, sometimes those emails can be very generic and they are just trying to maximize their chances of, getting matched because uh, yes, it's worrisome for you guys to get matched, but it's more worrisome for the programs that their seats don't go unfilled. So they are also looking into that aspect. So that fear is in the program director mind. Like, okay, none of the seats should go unfilled, unmatched, and they are more worried about getting better candidates. So that's why they scrutinize things a lot, and like you guys are scrutinizing when the uh, match committee for each program, the faculty meet, so they talk about every small thing, most of the programs, like how the resident behavior was, the scores and stuff. So that matters a lot. From a residency, once you start residency, always put your 100%, as long as you are professional and you're working hard, nobody will be able to fire you if you have good records. Most of the problems arise in the residency where the residents get fired is discipline issue most of the times. It's never only the knowledge part. So hopefully things will work out. Just do your math where your family proximity is, which city you wanna end up, cost of living. For some people, it may matter. Um, Proximity to the airport, what's the general culture of the program. Some programs are really toxic, and you can actually look from the residents. I mean, some places I went for fellowship interviews. Clearly, the fellows told me, "Don't come here, please." I mean, that's a red flag. So you don't want to end up there if you get hear something like that, because then your life is going to be miserable. And it is 3 years, it may be 6 years, 7 years, depending on if you pursue the fellowship track there. So that's one important thing. Hopefully, and we'll be here to help you. We'll keep praying for you, inshallah. Good luck.
Thank you, Smanvi. I think I will start with the first question regarding the fellowship. I think it's if you're going for some comparative fellowship, I can tell like about medicine. So it's always the first chance is that if you have some in-house fellowships, that's your best bet. The other, if you don't have a like an in-house fellowship, I think then the program name matters a lot. If you have an option of going into a university program, definitely I would prefer university program better than other community programs. So there are a few community programs which are way much better, especially some of these programs which already have in-house fellowships. So I think I would say that in-house fellowship matters a lot. The next question for Ahmed Khan. So this year there's no H1 from the programs. What's the status?
Yes, that's what our understanding, that because of this cap, uh, all of the program directors, at least I have talked to, uh, no one seems to be of the opinion that anyone will be sponsoring H1B. They did not sponsor H1B in the fellowship recently. So that's what my understanding. I mean, I am not saying I'm 100% right, but that's what my understanding. Even Dr. Fateh Shahzad, who knows a lot about immigration issues, that's what he have reiterated as well. So that's what my understanding. If anyone knows anything else, you can correct me.
Lan bhai, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's what my understanding as well is this, because a lot of times when they are what you call sponsoring H1s, if you're outside the country, then there is that fee kind of, there is a chances that you are eligible for that $100,000 fee, and that's why a lot of programs are not going towards that. I think that may be a little different for the people who are inside the US, because then there is nothing, it's just a status change, and I think status change does not comes under that. But programs and everyone, I think all the recruiters and everyone are now very scared, and a lot of people even do not know what has actually be the real picture. So I think this match is going to be the test for the immigration part as well.
Sure, and then J1 is not like a Jahannami visa. So you can still, yeah, you can still do whatever you want to do on J1 as well. So I think next question, we can take this question. So if I really like the family medicine program, but most of the residents are from certain country and no Pakistanis, and half of them are DOs. But I'm really anxious if they're gonna rank me high and afraid to put number one. Can you share any insights? Anyone who wants to take this question?
Again, on the same line, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead. If you like it, just go ahead, rank them high. If they have, if your algorithm meets, then you'll be there. I mean, maybe they rank you at number 15, and but all the 14 people above you, they don't rank the program, then you'll be the first one to match there. So if you like the program, just rank it higher.
And also, DO, a lot of time DO are really good. So don't worry about DO.
To Aslan bhai.
Yep. There is one thing I wanted to add in this is a little bit while you're ranking in a program where you don't see any IMGs in the history. So a lot of programs, let me tell you, are trying to be very inclusive. They are trying to have and hire IMGs, but yet they do not understand the struggles and the challenges that IMGs go through. So just be mindful if you are ranking a program that does not have a lot of IMGs, do have appropriate communication and conversation with their residents and understand that, how their system works. Let me tell you one straightforward thing. If you are going in, anytime a program gets a new batch of residents, the AMGs have the advantage that they can start working from the day one because they know the system, they know how everything works. But if you're IMG, it will take you 3 to 6 months, somewhere around that, to get, settled and get understand everything. And this has been an issue with some of the candidates, that they goes into a program where they don't have any exposure to IMGs and they start getting some challenges during that time. So just be mindful that if you're going to a program where it's not very open to, not about Pakistani, I'm just talking about IMGs in general. If they're not being used to IMGs, do communicate with them that what support system is there for you if you come in over there. And you can do that in your interviews or, post-interview communication with the residents, just to be mindful that, you do not go into a place where they don't have support system for you.
Sure. In a simple term, if there are too many desis or if there are no desis, that's both of them are a problem. Yeah. So I think Namita Jamshed is here. I think we can. Dr. Jamshed, if
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you, Maniz. I just wanted to add something to the comment that was just made. I think that all the people are applying once you match, inshallah. if you don't have any clinical experience in the US, whether it's because of lack of observership or anything, please reach out to the YPC team. You don't want to be that person on day one who doesn't know anything. And this can be as simple as not knowing how to take history. For some of us, we score really high, but we don't have any US clinical experience. You want to be at least familiar on day one. So I know Dr. Gulrez has a boot camp sort of planned. However, you know yourself better, and please reach out to us. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jamshed. Yes, I think that here in US, the first impression is the last impression. In first 3, 4, 6 months, everyone is looking at you. Like everyone is looking at you. Everyone is gonna judge you. So you have to be very well prepared. So next question I will ask Noman. There's a question: if we want to couple our rank order list with our partner, but we initially did not apply for a couple match, is that okay? Does that reduce our chances of getting matched?
Thank you, Manas bhai. I think I'm not very experienced about the couple match. If because I've never guided anyone on the couple match. If any of the other
I can
panelists,
answer that. I can
Yeah.
answer that. So basically, there are two ways. One way is like most AMGs do, that they would initially put their application as a couple. Sometimes what IMGs would like to do, they don't do that. Like, don't put their application as a couple. But once they are registering for NRMP, they can combine their application at the end. And what they can do is they can make combinations. Like if Mr. X has 10 calls and Mr. X's partner has 11 calls, then they will be able to make one-to-one combination where they will end up matching. And the reason sometimes IMGs do it is because couple match usually works in favor of AMGs, not necessarily for IMGs. Maybe a program like one of the partners and not the other ones, and it has happened, then both of them will not end up getting calls. So when you are registering for NRMP, you can combine your profile there. That's what my understanding is.
And the other thing is individually reaching out to the program as well, that we are as a couple and we would love to be there. So hopefully, inshallah, things will work out. If they like one person and the other one is kind of they are iffy about, so they may rank that person higher as well.
Yes, that's very good point, Dr. Shaukat, because it has happened. One best senior in my residency program, actually, one brother got the call. He then reached out to the program director. He gave call to the other brother, and they both got matched. So that happens.
They are brothers, not couple then.
Sure.
I mean, understandable, but it can work that way as well.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So next question. So if a community program is well known and reputed but they don't have in-house fellowship, so does that reputation of a well-known program help in obtaining a fellowship position or not? Aslan, if you want to.
So that's very true that a lot of community programs that do not have fellowships have sometimes very strong research programs. They have a very strong research background and they actually appreciate a lot of research. And I think Noman is in one of that program, Advent Health, which is a community program but has a very high fellowship rate. I actually was graduated from Sister of Charity, which is actually a community university affiliated program, but they has a very robust what you call research and fellowship match, what you call rate as well. So it's not true. A good community program with the, sometimes their program directors are being very active in research and very active in supporting their residents in going into the fellowship. So a good community program is almost equal to a university program, but you have to see what their fellowship match rate is. You have to see where their residents really go after graduation. You can ask them. This is actually a very valid question to ask in interviews. And if you're looking for fellowship, I think you can go fellowship to from a good community program as well, and also from university programs as well.
So one question, Dr. Jamshed, if you can answer this. So if we say to a program that we will rank you highly, wouldn't that put them off that they are not our number one and as a result will rank us lower? I think if Noman, do you want to answer?
Thank you, Manas bhai. I think that if you are sending a programmer and an email that you are one of my top ranked choice, I think it still leaves an impact. But my strategy, or if I would advise anyone, is that always send the program that you are ranking as first be clear in your email, I'm ranking you as first. For your top 3, 4 programs, you can send them that you will be my top ranked, or I've decided to rank you as amongst the top of my rank order list, and which is, you are not lying. They're still in the top, and I do not think that that will change their mind. Usually, programs when they are, and also I want to say it here. I've been saying it like when I'm answering questions. Send the letter of interest. This email should be sent this coming week, because most of the programs, they will be deciding their preliminary rank order list before the ranking opens. Most of them do, and then they go into nitty gritties and stuff. So send the email right now, and I do not think that if you send them this email, it's going to have any negative impact. They're not going to rank you low. Instead, what they will feel, they will appreciate that, this candidate has reached out to us. Because if you are saying to a program that I am ranking you highly, you cannot expect that they will rank you first. Okay, most of the programs, most of the community programs, like even for my own programs, what I know is that they always rank most of the AMGs first, and the people who get matched, they are in the middle of the rank order list. तो उस middle के अंदर भी, if you are a little higher, that works for you. And that's, this email is going to have a little bit impact as well. The PD will appreciate it. Instead, you not sending out any email, okay, that will reduce your chances. And also there are other factors as well, not just this email. How was your interaction with the faculty and residents? How did they find you? Mind you, we all, like most of the programs say that तो खैर लेट हो गया बताना ये, लेकिन social events don't matter. No, these things matter. They at least, for my program, I can say that, they and for other programs as well, they ask the residents how were the applicants in the social event, were they talkative, were they interactive or not. So all those factors also go into play when their program is making their rank order list, not just a letter of interest. If I think Arslan Bhai has something he wants to add in, please, Arslan.
Yeah, I think 100% what you're saying, Numan, exactly correct. Just understand this, that how do program usually rank people? So they have a scoring sheet. Anytime you go into an interview, they have a scoring sheet. So it's not gonna happen that whatever the email you're gonna send and you are at the top of the rank and you send an email, I'm ranking you highly, and they go up on the top rank and then put you down there. No, that's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna reiterate that they have already ranked you at some place. They're not going to change that, but basically there is a possibility that if you send them an email, they may give it a second look and be positively goes up to you, okay, oh, this person isn't interested into us. So just remember that I don't think so program's going to change from your top to bottom because you're saying them, oh, we are ranking you highly, but I think it goes in your favor, as Numan mentioned.
Arslan Ahmed bhai.
जी आई 100% एग्री. अगर कोई 19-20 का जिसको कहते हैं ना फर्क होगा, और आपने इफ यू हैव सेंड देम अ रियली गुड ईमेल, इट मे sway in your favor, but just saying that you are ranking them at the number one, and if they did not like you, it won't make much of a difference. Another thing I would like to mention, so when I mentioned that highly is a diplomatic word, because if let's say you are saying I'm ranking you in top 3, they will be 100% sure it's not number one, otherwise you would have said number one. So these words can be tricky, but as everyone has said, it's programs are not supposed to ask you if you are ranking them number one or not. So they do understand that it's okay to use ambiguous words sometimes.
Sure. So, Usman, a question. So, what if your mentor is sending emails at 2 to 3 programs for you, to whom you should email LOI to say number one, as all 3 are different specialties?
So, if I understand the question correctly, like your mentors, if the programs don't know that, if the programs know that you have applied to multiple specialties, it's a red flag. Then they naturally know, yeah, you're not focused on. For example, if you have applied to internal medicine, pediatrics, family medicine, so these are 3 different specialties. But none of them is okay as long as none of them know that you are applying to multiple specialty. Even though if most of us know, that's the case, IMGs do apply for multiple specialty, but this thing should not be highlighted, should not be known to different programs from different specialty, because that's goes against you. Second, as long as they are writing to different programs and it's without highlighting that you are interested in 3 different specialties, should be fine. But that's the main thing that should be hidden from programs of different specialities, that they should not know that you are at the same time applying to family medicine, internal medicine, pediatrics, psychiatry. Uh, it goes against you.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Jamshed.
Just a quick point. I totally agree with Dr. Shaukat. However, for fellowship, if there are small fellowships, they may have more than one programs that the coordinator is in charge of. So, for example, my coordinator also does palliative care. So, we actually did not rank an applicant because she had applied to both geriatrics and palliative care. So, this will not happen in residencies, but it can happen in fellowships where there are
Ac-
smaller programs.
Actually, the smaller residency programs, sometimes they have one coordinator for, like,
That's
for
true.
example, at Freeman
Yeah.
Hospital where I am, the family medicine and the internal medicine coordinator is the same person. So,
Right.
it's
So for
you
that
have,
program, that would be a
yeah,
big, they will not rank you if they find out that you've applied to both, especially family medicine. They will absolutely not rank you.
yeah. So in these situations, it's better just to be quiet and
Yes.
not say anything.
I will tell you that there has been a lot of discussion about letter of interest on the internal medicine program director portal. And in general, unless you're actually going to rank them as one or in the top three, the letter of interest is not going to make any difference. So, if you have any suspicion or do not know if the coordinators have more than one program, it's like Dr. Shaukat said, better to not send anything.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Jamshed. So, next question for Ahmad Khan bhai. So, someone is already here on J1 visa, and then I think that person is asking either he or she can get H1B sponsorship while he or she is in US. The next question would be, so how he or she will differentiate between J1 and H1?
I think, as Aslan mentioned as well, that the new H-1B 100,000 K fee, does not apply technically to people who are already in US. So I'm not sure if someone is already on J1, perhaps maybe they cannot get H1 without waiver. It depends that whether the waiver would apply to them or not.
No, I think he's on J1 research visa. So on J1 research visa, I think the waiver will not apply.
Yeah. So if, but again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think there depends the type of J1 research, which the kind of research that a waiver would apply or not. But yeah, technically they can get it switched within US if they can hire a lawyer or program is able to support them. So it can be done.
Gotcha. So definitely H1 visa is better than J1. There's no doubt about that. But my personal opinion is if there is an option of H1 versus J1s, I would personally go with the program because I want to get as good training as it is, as much as I can get because all the US programs are not the same. Okay, there are few differences. If you go to a better program, you will definitely get good training. So Aslan, do you want to add something?
So let me add you a little bit on visas thing, and let me tell you this that H1B this time is a little bit, of course, has challenging questions around it. It's very easy to communicate with your program director and a program coordinator, and that ask these questions appropriately from them. Let me tell you, in multiple occasions when universities were able to give people H1B visas, there was multiple what you call instances where they were giving O1 visas, which are also a new category when your one visa is not being given. So, if you get matched to some program, the program lawyer or the program coordinator can switch these things around it. Like, they're saying J1 for sure, 100% J1, there's a possibility you may get an H1B as well if your J1 is not getting it. So I think the best question for them is to ask the coordinator and once when you're ranking them, I think you go by again with the same thing where you want to match and then communicate with them that because if they're ranking you, they understand your visa status. So if they are ranking you in an H1B program and they're offering you that, then definitely they would be taking that cost. Just want to let you know this is uncertain time period, and a lot of time when the programs when in US transfer would be easy, but still there are some programs would not do it because they don't understand that what happens if something which you call if they end up responsible for the $100,000. So it's a lot
I'll
of.
quickly add one thing, Arslan. I don't think any residency program will do O1. O1 is a highly specified and highly difficult visa, and it requires a lot of money and time from the. I mean, it is possible, but I don't think that any program will offer O1 visa. It's usually an intermediary visa when people are waiting for waiver and they can go to O1 visa before doing the waiver. I don't think they will sponsor it for residency.
Uh,
Sure.
Dr.
just
Rehan,
one.
some people have got it when those people who were in research here already, some people have got those for O1 this year.
Yeah, but can I add one or two comments,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, sure.
So, as Arslan said, so Owen, I mean, if you have done previous research work, so that's based on your previous research work. So you are already a outstanding candidate in those situations, and the universities would love to take you. So they can go extra mile and do paperwork and do everything to keep you in their program. That's one question. Second, you probably don't want to ask too many questions to the coordinators because they get irritated very easily just because they have too much on their plate, especially around the match time. A lot of things get dumped on them from the associate program director, and many times they are also the division manager also, like some kind of doing extra match things also. So that's not their only thing. So if we overburden them with questions, sometimes they can get irritated. And I'm telling you from like my personal experience working with the coordinators at OU. So sometimes it's better, less is more. So asking less, if a university or a program generalized criteria, if they are sponsoring J1, they will clearly tell you we only sponsor J1, and usually that does not cost them anything. It's a ECFMG thing. H1B is usually coming from the university or the hospital budget. So budgeting is like your all pay will be coming through the GME. So that becomes an issue for them finding H1B is never a preferred thing for the programs. So they always want to do J1 in most instances because it's very easy for them. H1B they have to pay quite a bit.
Sure. So we have one of the participants who wants to ask a question. Please go ahead. Anfal Rind. Uh, in the meantime, Dr. Shokat, yeah, Dr. Rind, go ahead.
Yes, I have one question that if someone is on J2 and if they get match and they get offer of J1, so like we have to move to Pakistan to get a J1, or is there any way of getting like, like transition from J2 to J1 in US? Is there any process? I'm like searching about it, but I don't know how to do it.
I think my understanding is they will not issue your DS till ECFMG have the exit stamp on your passport. That's my understanding, like what
Yes,
I heard.
that's what happened. My wife was on J2, and that's what my understanding is too. In the past few years, Dr. Fateh sometimes will say that at times, if you request ECFMG, they may issue the DS, but that's exactly what they told me and my wife, that you need to show them the exit stamp in order for
Mhm.
them to issue the DS 2019. So I think that any of the visa within US can be transferred except for J2 to J1.
Sure.
Okay.
So thank you, Dr. Shokat. The question, two questions for you. So someone is asking, where are you working currently? The other question is, so if the mentor is from Palm Critical Care, can he ask the Palm Critical Care mentor to email the PEDS program?
Uh, I'm currently working in Joplin, Missouri, Freeman Hospital, as a pediatric gastroenterologist. Uh, if you have worked in Palm Critical Care, like it happened to one of my friends, and he got, for example, he was from internal medicine, so his cardiologist wrote a letter to his Palm Critical Care fellowship, and the letter stated that. like this resident is so good in cardiology. I wished he had chosen cardiology to go into fellowship, but he instead likes pulm critical care more than cardiology. And he vouched very high about him. As a cardiology attending, he's vouching for his career as a pulm critical doctor. So I think if somebody really likes you and they like your work ethics, it's not only your medical knowledge or what you want to be. It's about like so many things they can write about your character, work ethics, in general medical knowledge, and they are writing a letter to the pediatrician, telling them that this will be an asset to your program. I think that would speak really high about you.
Sure. Thank you. One thing I want to add, if like that happened to me as well, actually. So I was applying for cardiology, and then my one of my attending was a pulmonary hypertension guy. So he just like sent the letter, and in which he mentioned that he's applying for pulmonary critical care, but that was a generic letter. So so you have to be very careful that whoever is giving you a letter, he is really serious in giving you a letter, because I like just kept on defending myself in the whole match season that I'm not applying to pulm critical care. So
This thing actually happened to me also. A general surgeon wrote a letter that he was applying to surgery, and I'm sitting in an internal medicine interview, and the person is asking, "Did you apply to general surgery also?" I said, "No, I didn't apply to general surgery." So, so that's it can go both ways. You make sure like they word it rightly.
yeah, yeah. So any other questions? So there's a question. I have PEDS and Med PEDS interview from the same program. I got the PEDS one after the Med PEDS interview. I didn't mention it. Should I send them letter of interest or not? I'm just afraid they will know.
Just don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, usually PEDS and med PEDS programs, they don't talk to each other. I mean, talk to each other means like they are not one and the same. Again, the coordinator might overlap. So that is one thing. And like at University of Oklahoma, the coordinator was one who was coordinating for med peds and internal medicine. So that becomes an issue because half of their rotations are in pediatrics. 2 years they spend in pediatrics. A lot of overlap with the program director of general pediatrics and internal medicine. It's better just to stay quiet, don't say anything.
So I think, thank you, Swami. So one other question, I think almost, is there any difference in community and university programs in terms of visa waiver? Like university one get easy because of reputation? No, I think jobs are everywhere. So you name the specialty these days, especially for internal medicine. If you're looking for hospitals, you can get a waiver in even in big cities as well. So that's not a problem. So overall, there's a physician shortage, so it doesn't matter. So the one last question is: my spouse and I are applying as a couple, and we both interviewed at the same residency program. What is the recommended etiquette for post-interview communication in this situation? Emma, why, if you wanna, yeah, Usman, if
I
you wanna
think
go.
you, I think don't say anything, just routine stuff. Your marriage or your coupleship shouldn't come in your professional workflow at all. Just behave as separate individuals, thanking them and asking whatever the paperwork is, even when you're working there. So just maintain like a work etiquette. So
I think it depends. It depends. It can be tricky because, as I mentioned, that when you are registering for an NRMP in the end, you can combine your profiles. So in that case, you can combine them and then you can make combination to make sure that you match at the same place. But if during any of the discussions with your program director or resident, you have mentioned that there is no harm in telling them as well because let's say you get matched there, they will then find out as well. So it's like there's no right or wrong answer. It's a tricky situation. You can stay quiet and I mean then let the nature take course, or you can tell them if they really like one of you, it's possible they will rank both of them. So it's a tricky situation.
Sure. Arslan bhai.
I think in these situations, just remember being honest is the best answer there. So, if the one that you asked about med peds and peds as well, and also these kind of situations, if you know that there may be overlap over there, just be honest to them. Whichever program, if you're ranking med peds number one and peds number two, tell them accordingly as it is that, I'm ranking this program number one. You can communicate with them as well, and sometimes it goes in your favor because that they find that this is what you really want to do, and that's how they kind of get interested in you as well. A lot of times some people do get interviews from like a categorical and transitional year, and they can actually, it's maybe sometimes different PDs, but they can actually go and talk to them. Is like, hey, I got a categorical interview from there, this is what my interest is, and I would love to be matched in my transitional if I don't get the categorical. And sometimes it works. All what you have to do is communicate with the program appropriately and honesty what you really wanted to do.
Dr. Jamshed.
I want to well, I agree with Dr. Arsalan Khan 100%, but I would like to understand why we have this fear of being honest. I think it's sort of become our nature कि हम ये कह देंगे तो ये हो जाएगा. भाई आप confidently just say what it is. You just have to say it the way it is and be honest, and especially if it comes up. Nobody has to hide anything. The more you hide, the more in trouble you will get. Now, that's very different when you're applying to family medicine and stuff. I understand that you're concerned, but I agree with Dr. Khan. With med peds, you're applying for both peds and med peds because you're interested in pediatrics, right? It really is. Just be honest and confident about it. And be matter of fact. It's not. They're not out to get you. Okay, oh no, उन्होंने ये कह दिया. Now, if you're applying for general surgery and you're also applying for internal medicine, general surgery is not going to take you. But that's a very different thing. Then I would strongly recommend that you have a mentor and try to figure out why you're doing that. But in these other situations that you guys have mentioned, just follow Dr. Khan's advice. Be honest.
Thank you. I think we have reached our time, so I will start with getting last comments from all the panelists. Noman, do you want to go ahead? Any closing comments?
Yes, thank you so much, Monas Bhai. And again, as I think all of the panelists have reiterated, this is your time in the match. As I started earlier, the ball is in your court. You decide based on what factors matter to you that you want to rank. I know there are some things for which we are not certain about, like for example H1, J1. Like I can talk about my own program, that my program is not sure whether they're sponsoring H1 this year or not, or whether the change of status is going to happen or not. For fellowships they did, but it's dependent on GME, and I think it's with all programs. So there are some factors which are not determined, but other factors are determined, like what you feel about the program. You talk to the residents, the geography, the location, the support system that you have, in-house fellowships, and I think we have already talked about all of it. And the last thing I want to say is just register for the NRMP first before 30th January. Don't spend the $50. You can treat yourself with good food for that $50. And the second thing is, don't wait for last minute. A preliminary list banakar, just submit it, and then you can always modify it. And if you have some concerns over your rank order list, like for example, if you don't know the program reputation kya hai, stuff like that, you can always send a draft of your rank order list and share it with your one or two mentors. Like I remember I shared my rank order list with Monas Bhai, and he finalized it for me. So you can ask your mentors for insights. So this is all, and good luck. I hope that all of you get matched. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed Khan Bhai.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining. Thanks a lot to the panelists. Just one thing, best of luck. Best wishes and prayers for all of you. I hope you match. If God forbid you don't match, don't lose heart. It's okay. We are all here to help you out. Again, it works in your favor. Rank the program you like the most at the top. Best of luck.
Thank you, Usman Bhai.
So you guys have done all your hard work, alhamdulillah. It's time to reconnect with Allah, God, those who are non-Muslim on the panel, or like the audience. Just connect with your, spiritual God. Dua istikhara is very important. You don't know what lies ahead of you. despite your best effort, how the program will act in your favor, the city, the surrounding, the people. So those things are unseen, unknown, despite your best efforts. So, लेकिन ये कि as Numan said, don't wait till the last moment. Put down your names and go over it 3, 4 times. Talk to people. It never hurts. Inshallah. Good luck.
Aslan bhai.
Thank you, everyone. Excellent. So first of all, congratulations again, all of you who have been reached up to this point. This is the last moment where you probably be getting a successful or good news, inshallah. One last thing I want to tell to each and everyone. Rank order list is your decision. It's gonna go what you want to do it. And over the last many years, we have been seeing that rank order list around a lot of people start putting up their rank order list on a group and say, oh, can you please rank this for me? No one can rank those for you. No one can actually rank even a single program for you. They can give you advice, they can guide you towards that, but at the end of the day, it's you, what is important to you, what is your priority, and you are going to make your rank order list according to your preference. So it's okay to ask advice from other people, from your mentors, but again, I'm telling you, no one will gonna make that list for you. And if anyone else gonna make that list for you, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be according to your wishes. So always get advices, get feedback, get make informed decision. But at the end of the day, it's you who will make that call. So good luck, and if hoping to hear some good news from all of you.
Thank you. Dr. Jamshed, do you want to add something?
I'm going to say something in everybody's language. Unless you're a cheetah insan, please don't worry about visas. Your primary focus should be on your rank order list and matching. Visa should be secondary. You can, worry about that later. Other than that, everyone has already mentioned what the important things are. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining. So I will also add that the program quality of program training like matters a lot. The program name matters a lot. So please don't go for the visas because this program name will stay with you for a long time throughout your life in US. Thank you everyone. So I think good luck to everyone. So we will end here.
Thank you.
Thank you.